all over the internet, I've been seeing postings for rapture dreams, people's second coming of Jesus, and all of them have something in common. They're all worried and scared. And yeah, we can be worried and scared for the people that are not doing the right things, and we can try to warn them. But for those that know Jesus and are ready for him, we need to look at this in a completely different light. There is no fear in this. This is all about rejoicing. The end is here. This horrible world is coming to a close, finally. It says in the Bible that all throughout history, angels, prophets, all of them have been peering into the secrets, trying to discern this time, because it's what all of them have been looking forward to. So I want to read a few scriptures for you to think about as you think about these rapture dreams, as you think about them in your heart and who you are. I'm going to start with Psalms 19. The fear of Jehovah is pure, lasting forever. The judgments of Jehovah are true, although altogether righteous. They are more desirable than gold, than much fine gold, and sweeter than honey, the honey that drips from the combs. By them your servant has been warned. In keeping them there is a large reward. Who can discern mistakes? Pronounce me innocent from sins I am unaware of, and hold your servant back from presumptuous acts. Do not let them dominate me. Then I will be complete and innocent of blatant sins. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to you, O Jehovah, my rock and my redeemer. And yes, I do put Jehovah in where YHWH is. And then we go over to Zechariah, see what he had to say in his prophecies. That's in chapter 9. He says, "Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout in triumph, O daughter of Jerusalem. Look, your king is coming to you. He is righteous, bringing salvation, humble, and riding on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a female donkey." Then we go to Isaiah, chapter 65. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord Jehovah says. Look, my servants will eat, but you will go hungry. Look, my servants will drink, but you will go thirsty. Look, my servants will rejoice, but you will suffer shame. Look, my servants will shout joyfully because of the good condition of the heart. But you will cry out because of the pain of heart, and you will wail because of a broken spirit. You will leave behind a name that my chosen ones will use as a curse. And the sovereign Lord Jehovah will put each of you to death, but his own servants he will call by another name. Wow, that's pretty strong. Then we'll go over Revelation and see what it says there about this. Revelation 19. And I heard what sounded like a voice of a great crowd, and like the sound of many waters, and like the sound of heavy thunders. They said, "Praise Jah, because the Lord our God, the Almighty, has begun to rule as King. Let us rejoice and be overjoyed and give him glory, because the marriage of the Lamb has arrived and his wife has prepared itself. Yes, it has been granted to her to be clothed with bright, clean, fine linen, for the fine linen stands for the righteous acts of the holy ones." And he tells me, "Right, happy are those invited to the evening meal of the Lamb's marriage." Also, he tells me, these are the true sayings of God. Then 1 Peter, the rock, let's see what he says. chapter 4. On the contrary, go on rejoicing over the extent to which you are sharers in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may rejoice and be overjoyed also during the revelation of his glory. If you are being reproached for the name of Christ, you are happy, because the Spirit of glory, yes, the Spirit of God is resting on you. That makes me think of Stephen whenever he was stoned. And he sat there and he still was glorifying God while he was being stoned, and then asking for them to be forgiven. That, to me, is beautiful. I only hope I can do something like that. Philippians 4. He says, always rejoice in the Lord. Again, I say rejoice. Let your reasonableness become known to all men. The Lord is near. Do not be anxious over anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication, along with thanksgiving, let your petitions be made known to God. And the peace of God that surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts and your mental powers by means of Jesus Christ. That's the helmet of salvation, people. And finally, I want to finish with Psalms 97. Beautiful, beautiful chapter. The psalm says, Jehovah has become king. Let the earth be joyful, and let many islands rejoice. Clouds and thick gloom are all around him. Righteousness and justice are the foundations of his throne. Fire goes before him and consumes his adversaries on every side. His lightning bolts light up the land. The earth sees it and trembles. The mountains melt like wax before Jehovah. Before the Lord of the whole earth, the heavens proclaim his righteousness, and all the people see his glory. Let all those serving any carved image be put to shame. Those who boast about their worthless gods, bow down to him, all you gods. Zion hears and rejoices. The towns of Judah are joyful because of your judgments, O Jehovah. For you, O Jehovah, are the Most High over all the earth. You are exalted far above all other gods. O you who love Jehovah, hate what is bad. He is guarding the lives of his loyal ones. He rescued them from the hand of the wicked. Light has flashed up for the righteous, and rejoicing for those upright in heart. Rejoice in Jehovah, you righteous ones, and give thanks to his holy name. There is nothing to fear for any one of us, unless we are the ones that are on the wrong side of the line. And for those of us that are on the right side, we need to try to reach our hands out to those on the wrong side and try to help them change. But we know that not all are gonna. So we have to look to ourselves. We have to rejoice in ourselves, and we have to come together as a body, as a group under Christ, and celebrate this time of the end. It's over. This garbage is going to end. This hateful world, this contentiousness, this spirit of the world that is influencing our children, telling them it's okay to be gay. It's okay to accept that horrible thing which is against God. It's okay to pretend you're a girl if you're a boy. It's okay to pretend you're a boy if you're a girl. We need to change who we are if we want to be acceptable to God. And some of us just aren't going to change. Those are the ones who need to cry. And we can cry for them. But the joy of the Lord will control my happiness.